You're standing backstage, your hands are shaking. 90 seconds until you speak to 200 people. Your heart is doing something close to 140 beats a minute. Your mouth is dry. Your mind goes blank. This is glossophobia, fear of public speaking. Surveys from the National Institute of Mental Health rank it above fear of death. 73% of the population reports some level of speech anxiety. So if your knees are shaking right now, you're standing next to most of humanity. Let's figure out why this happens and what actually shuts it down. Start with the amygdala, two almond-shaped clusters deep in your brain. Their job is threat detection, fast, automatic, ancient. 200,000 years ago, a crowd of staring eyes usually meant one thing. Predators hunt in groups. Group attention meant danger. Your amygdala never got the memo that a conference room isn't a savanna. So when 40 faces turn toward you, it fires the same alarm. Adrenaline floods your bloodstream. Cortisol follows. Blood moves to your limbs, preparing you to run, not to construct a clever sentence about quarterly earnings. This is the fight-or-flight response. Walter Cannon named it in 1915. He was studying digestion in cats when he noticed it. A threatened cat's stomach stopped digesting and started preparing to fight or flee. Same wiring runs through you, standing at that podium. Your body isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it evolved to do. The problem is the target. Wrong century, wrong threat. Now here's where confidence actually gets built, not from feeling calm, from evidence. Repeated evidence that you survived the thing you feared. Psychologist Albert Bandura called this self-efficacy in 1977. His research found the strongest driver of confidence is mastery experience. Not pep talks, not affirmations in a mirror. Actual repeated attempts with actual outcomes you can point to. Toastmasters International has built an entire model around this. Small, low-stakes speeches, repeated weekly, feedback after each one. Members report measurable anxiety drops after roughly 10 sessions. Not because the fear vanished, because the brain updated its threat model. 10 successful talks is 10 pieces of data telling your amygdala, this isn't a lion. Let's talk about breath, because this part is almost embarrassingly simple. Slow, diaphragmatic breathing activates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is your body's built-in brake pedal for panic. Stanford researchers in 2017 found slow, controlled breathing measurably lowers stress hormone output. 4 seconds in, hold 4, out for 6. That ratio matters. Longer exhale than inhale tells your nervous system the danger has passed. Do this backstage, 90 seconds before you speak, and your heart rate actually drops. Now let's talk about the audience, because you've got them wrong. A 2003 study by Thomas Gilovich at Cornell coined the term spotlight effect. People dramatically overestimate how much others notice their mistakes. In his experiment, subjects wore an embarrassing t-shirt into a room. They guessed 50% of people would notice. Actual number, 25%. Your audience is not scanning you for flaws. Most of them are thinking about themselves, their phone, their lunch, whether they left the stove on. That stumble you're dreading, the one replaying in your head right now. Most of the room won't even register it happened. Let's go to body language, because your posture talks before your mouth does. Amy Cuddy's 2012 research proposed expansive postures shift how you feel. Shoulders back, feet planted, arms uncrossed. 2 minutes before you go on. Later replications questioned the hormone claims specifically, but the behavioral effect held up. People who posture confidently are rated more confident. Perception becomes a feedback loop. Others react to your posture, you feel their reaction. Compare that to closed posture. Arms crossed, shoulders curled, eyes down. The audience reads that before you say a single word. Let's talk preparation, because winging it is where most fear actually starts. A 2014 University of Michigan study tracked speech anxiety against rehearsal time. Anxiety dropped sharply after roughly 6 full run-throughs. Not reading the slides. Full run-throughs, out loud, standing up. The brain treats rehearsed material differently than improvised material. Familiar words need less working memory, which frees up capacity for stress management. This is why actors don't feel their lines. They feel the room. The lines are automatic. The presence is what they're actually managing. Let's talk about reframing the shake itself. A 2010 Harvard study by Allison Wood Brooks asked subjects to say either, "I am calm" or "I am excited" before a stressful task. The excited group performed measurably better. Physiologically, anxiety and excitement look almost identical: elevated heart rate, alertness, energy. The difference is one word you tell yourself. Brooks called it anxious reappraisal. You're not lying to yourself, you're relabeling the same signal. So back to that 90-second countdown backstage. Here's what changes. Slow exhale, longer than the inhale. Shoulders back, feet planted, 2 minutes of open posture already behind you. 6 rehearsals sitting in memory, not in your notes. 1 sentence in your head. Not, "I am calm," "I am ready." The amygdala still fires, it always will. That part doesn't fully switch off. But now there's evidence sitting next to the alarm. 10 talks, 6 rehearsals, a body that knows what to do. Confidence was never the absence of fear. It's fear standing next to enough proof that you'll be fine anyway. Next time your knees start shaking before you speak, that's not malfunction. That's 200,000 years of wiring, doing its job a little too early. You just have to walk out anyway.